First Kings chapter number 6 verse 7. I am reading. He's saying, verse 7 is saying, in building the temple, only blocks dressed at the quarry were used, and no hammer, chisel, or any iron tool was heard at the temple site while it was being built. Thank you for writing it. In building the temple. So who are the builders? You are the builders. You are the shepherds. You've come from all walks of life. You've come. Sindio, you joined us from the other side. Everybody came. You came from the other side. Today alone I've received 2 more. Today alone. And very many people are still joining at the building site. Number 1. At the building site. Number 1. Reverence quietness was required. Reverence quietness. Why was he avoiding the iron tools? Because they are working but bringing too much noise. The iron tools. If you want to take an iron, no. Do not bring the iron tools when you are building the temple, because the Lord is looking for what? Reverence, quietness. Swahili inasema unyamavu ya uchaji. Sindio? Unyamavu ya uchaji. Sio unyamavu ya kuogopa. Unyamavu ya uchaji. They are quiet because they revere who? God. So a good leader serves in silence. A good leader serves in silence. He's saying avoid iron tools, because the iron tools makes noise as they are used in service. He's saying only blocks dressed from the quarry were used. No hammer, no chisel, no any iron tool was used. And yet the 3 mentioned tools are always used by builders. Yeah, use the chisel, hammer, sinatumikanga. But he said don't use them. Why? Because the Lord was avoiding noise at the temple site. The only thing that builds the church is when servants are serving in silence. Silence. Very many altars, even in Nairobi currently, are experiencing stagnation or growth interference. Why? Because of too much noise. There is a lot of noise among the servants. There is a lot of noise among the members. People are wanagongana. Remember, muta megonga wapi? Kidole. As they are serving. He said, number 1, in your calling, please cherish a quiet service. Cherish a quiet service. It will give you a lot. You will grow very far. And such a church becomes very big. I am looking for that. I don't know whether you are looking for that church also. Kanisa hii unakuja tunabudu Mungu wako kwa amani na kwenda wapi? Nyumbani, hakuna maneno mengi. That's what I'm looking for. Now, noise normally comes even in departments. Even a department that has a lot of noise. Oh, nani alifanya hiyo, nani alifanya hivi, nani afanya hivi. That department iko na issues mingi. Because there's a lot of noise. Now listen. So why did the builders not use these tools? This teaching I've given before, so I'm rushing. We have 2 types of temples now, you know. I'm going very fast. We have the spiritual temple and physical temple. He's saying in building both physical and spiritual temple, you do not need what? Noise. Even your personal life as a leader, you need quietness. So, if you're writing, beloved, if you want to grow in your spiritual growth as a leader, you need a high level of sobriety. Be sober. Meaning avoid interferences. Things that may interfere with your service to the Lord. Just be sober. Do not be influenced by anything apart from the Lord. Then you become a good leader, a good pastor who is not easily influenced. Because if you allow influence, you will not be sober in your judgments, in your decisions. Someone would have interfered with the decision you are making. And yet that decision is going to affect someone's life. And someone came and told you something. And you implemented it. Just be sober. Listen from God alone. Be careful, because any decision you make may interfere with people's lives. Look at me. Where I'm standing here, I am aware of one thing. Any word I carelessly use here can interfere with church growth. I'm aware of that. So I am so sober in my words and actions. A leader must be extremely careful with their words and actions, because any action interferes with the entire church. Any small thing like this interferes with so many people down the line. So many people down the line. Exodus 20, verse 24 and 25. Somebody was going to help me to read in the long run. Exodus 20, verse 24 and 25. Nobody want to read the Bible?
It
says, where are you? Oh yes, it says.
Exodus 20, 24.
And 25. It says,
make an altar of the earth for me and sacrifice on it.
Make an altar on the earth for me and sacrifice on it.
Sacrifice on it your burnt offerings.
Yes.
And fellowship offerings.
And fellowship offering.
Your sheep and goats are your cattle.
Yes.
Your cattle.
Yes.
Wherever I cause my name to,
you will defile it, then what happens?
If you use a tool on it.
Say to me, what defiles the process? Usage of the tool defiles the process of construction. Silvio. No, nobody's responding. Silvio. But let me ask them. Why do you avoid the tools then? We say tools will produce what? Noise. So what actually defiles the process? Noise. You see, when you are building an altar where you want my name to be honored, avoid tools. When you are doing something in the name of the Lord and you wish the Lord to be honored in it, avoid tools. And I began speaking about this thing last week. This is the foundation of salvation. Do not do it and speak about it. You would have defined it. Just do it underground. Just serve God. He's saying noise is avoided because it defiles the process. Avoid noise. Avoid serving and making noise. Look at what he's saying. So if you're using strength, say you will defile it. What did Deuteronomy 27 verse 4 to 5 saying? What does it say? Very fast. Very fast, Pastor Brian. Ujafika. No, Pastor Brian doesn't open the Bible very fast. 27, Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 4. Read. Says.
And when you have crossed the Jordan.
When you have finally crossed the Jordan, meaning you are the other side of Canaan now.
Set up these stones on Mount Ebal.
Mount Ebal.
And I command you today.
And
coat them with plaster.
Coat them with plaster.
Build there an altar to the Lord your God.
Build it, the altar to the Lord.
An altar of stones.
An altar of stones.
Do not use any iron tool upon
them. Do not use any iron tool upon them.
Build the altar of the Lord your God with field stones and offer burnt offerings on it.
How many times have we mentioned stones now so far? 3 times. Why? He's saying avoid stones kwa sababu gani kuna tool which we use. Do not use the tool on them, you will defile them. And we have said tool makes noise. Do not serve and complaining. Please avoid that. Do not complain. You're going to defile your own service and your own sacrifice. And then if you read Joshua chapter number 8 verse 30, finally they did it. Can you read it? So we see the way they finally did it. Then I move the next level. Joshua chapter number 8 verse 30. I was going through this, then I can't go to the next level. Very fast, please. There's no time. Though we agree today, you'll end up in summary. Please read. There's no time.
Joshua 8:30.
Yes.
Then Joshua built on Mount Ebal an altar to the Lord.
Joshua actually arrived at Mount Ebal. He did it.
And as Moses, the servant of the Lord, commanded them.
As Moses had commanded them.
He built it according to what is written.
Yes.
In the books of the law of Moses.
Yes.
An altar of An altar of uncut stones.
An altar of uncut stone on which
no iron tool had been used.
On which no iron tool had been. So we are now aware that iron tools were being avoided because of what? Because of what? If you write preparations for a leader, preparing them for leadership. 1 Chronicles 22 verse 2 to verse 9. Read very fast. 1 Chronicles chapter number 22 verse 2 to verse 9. We want to see how to prepare a leader. How to prepare a pastor for responsibilities. Many have come, Cindy.
Orders to assemble the alliance living in Israel.
Who gave orders?
David. And from among them he appointed stone cutters.
The stone cutters were being appointed. We are here. Yes.
To prepare dressed stones for building the house of God.
Finally, they were now preparing dressed stones for building the house of God. Open it full. Yes.
He provided a large amount of iron to make nails for the doors of the gateways and for the fittings.
So when time came to build the temple, those who were able to cut the stones were aliens, right? Wageni. Aliens means wageni, isn't it? But Pedro, listen. This is the same thing I was talking about. We are building a church. Oh, Imara, let me tell you, the newcomers have capacity, and you will realize they will be jumping into issues and taking. Jumping on things and going. And their service will be so deep. And if you ask why, you will realize that the old pastors are dragging their feet. They're dragging their feet. And the new ones, they are picking things and moving on with them. Why? Because of the zeal that comes with newness. And then the sluggishness that comes with oldness. So do not be caught there between. When David is now ready to build the temple as the Bible requires, the people who are found to cut stones were strangers, the outsiders, the aliens, those who are not belonging to the house of Jacob. They were ready. So the question is, why? Because of their submission. They were very submissive. And I have seen that thing. Submission. Continue, please.
And more bronze than could be weighed.
Yes.
He also provided more cedar logs.
Yes, move.
Than could be counted, for the Sidonians and the Tyrians had brought large numbers of them to David.
So who are the providers of the cedar logs?
Sidonians and Tyrians.
Sidonians and, do you remember Tyre and Sidon that Jesus rebuked? Sidonians and Tyrians were the providers of what? The cedar logs to build the logs. Are Sidonians and Tyrians. The honor of the temple, the new people. Let me move because of time. David gave orders and he said, stone cutters and those who are preparing wood and logs, and then move on to the next thing now. Because of time, please.
David said,
my son.
My son Solomon is young and inexperienced.
So if I am writing, if I were you, I write the maturity of a leader.
And the house to be built.
Start again. David said,
my son Solomon is young and inexperienced.
Yes.
And the house to be built for the Lord should be of great magnificence and fame and splendor in the sight of all the nations.
So what will I do? Read.
Therefore, I will make preparations for it.
Thank you. Stop there. Now focus on me now. How many things have you seen on what David said about the temple? 3 things. He said the temple of God to be built for the Lord must be of great magnificence, fame and splendor. 3 things. Magnificence, fame and splendor. Famous, meaning people will talk about it. The beauty of that temple. No, saying based on the role of the temple that he wanted to build and the builder that he had chosen, he decided to work on the builder. He looked at what is required, the temple of great magnificence, fame and splendor, the way it should be seen by the outsiders. The Bible says, if you do it better, I will get honored, then I will bless you. So as they were preparing to build a temple to God, They prepared for the best. But look, when David looked at Solomon, who was being given responsibility to build the temple, David realized that Solomon had fallen short of requirements of God. He said, my son Solomon is very young and inexperienced. Meaning, Solomon behaves like he doesn't understand the gravity of the call. Is that okay? Understand the gravity of your calling. And I'm not saying many things. I'm just talking and preaching. Understand the gravity of your calling. It is not a joke. Look at me here. Look, these people are coming from their houses. They trust that in Imara are pastors capable to lead them to heaven. They come with their children and their wives. They take hold of themselves. Anapeleka, mami, twende nyumbani, amuka twende kanisa. Twendeni kanisa. Huko Mungu ametuletea mchungaji huko, atatusikiza, atatusaidia. He will be mature enough to lead us. They have come to you, they have trusted you with their wives and their children and their lives, and you are immature. They have come. Look, when they come with their children, with their wives, with their husbands, with their house helps, they are coming to us, the pastors. Are you aware? I am bringing to you, they are not coming for anybody else. They are coming to the pastors to guide them. And they trust us with their salvation. They believe that you have capacity to guide them until they enter heaven. They believe that if they have a problem with their women, they can talk to you and you will understand and help them. They believe so. That we will not be mature and speak out. They believe in you. You are the leader. They believe in me. I have to rise up above me. I became a senior pastor at 25 years old. A senior pastor at 25 years old. Leading church fully. And those people who are coming to me were 4 times my age. One of them was called Mzee Wanyonyi. Nywele ni nyeupe, ametoka kwa bank. Ameretire, manager of the bank. Amekuja amekaa chini anataka aongozwe aende mbinguni. Uko na 25 years old. You don't even know what to tell them. You have to keep crying, God, please give me maturity. Help me that when I speak, they may see God. Because they trust you can take them to heaven. David is saying, when I look at the house and I look at the worker, nalilia worker. The worker is inexperienced. He's not aware of what they are expected to do on their shoulders. The way they behave. But I'm telling you, number one, strive to be mature as a leader. In your language, in your action, in everything you do. Leadership requires maturity. It demands maturity. 1 Chronicles 28 verse 20 and 2 Chronicles chapter number 2 verse 5, 6 and 12. Give very fast. Answer us 1 Chronicles 28 verse 20. Are you people loving what we are doing today? Maturity is required in leadership. Wapendwa. Kuwa pastor ni one thing. Be mature is something else. Being a mature pastor, that is something else. But being a pastor, that one is very easy. Someone just need to raise you and say you are a pastor. And wapendwa, when someone raises you, today you are a pastor, don't look at that person. It is God who have raised you. It is God. So take responsibility seriously. That is how God raises people.
David also said to Solomon,
David said to Solomon, my son,
be strong and courageous.
You must be strong as a leader and be strong and courageous because you will be discouraged. We do not want discouraged leaders.
Do not be afraid or
fired up. We are aware. Look at me. Look, one of the things that are going to come your way is the people you are leading will discourage you. The people you are leading, they will be at the source of your discouragement. They will be the source of, you will be discouraged all the time. Why is Solomon, David telling Solomon, asiwe na hofu na sije aka kufa moyo? Kwa sababu kwa hii uongozi kuna kitu naitwa nini? Kukufa moyo. Na utafiwa moyo. Utafiwa moyo. That's the right English. No, yani hautafiwa moyo, si ndio? Hauta? No. Yani mtu kuwa hiyo moyo wako. Sasa unasema aje? Hautafishwa. Sio hautafiwa. Okay. Bwana asifiwe. Hautafishwa moyo na mtu wa nje kama pastor. Utafishwa moyo na kondoo wako. Kondoo hapa ndani. The way they are going to handle you, you will get discouraged. And yet David is aware of what is coming. So David is telling Solomon, Solomon, my son, I can see the role. You must mature. But for you to be mature, number one, you must be aware that the calling you have accepted has a lot of discouragements. You must be aware. Please, pastors of Imara, you must understand that the pastoral callings has a lot of discouragements. You will be discouraged. You will. Do not give up. Keep moving. Because if you give up, the sheep of Christ will get lost. Keep moving. You cannot give. He's saying, Solomon, my son. Read again very fast, Pastor Brian. Start afresh.
Be strong. David said also to Solomon,
be strong.
Be strong and courageous and do the work. Do not be afraid or discouraged. For the Lord God, my God is with you.
Is with you.
He will not fail you.
He will not fail you.
Forsake you.
Forsake you
until all the work of the service of the temple is finished.
Look at me now. Akasema kitu kingine tena mzuri. Angalia hapo mbele. Amesema nini hapo mbele?
He will not fail you or 21. The division of the priests.
That's okay. Look at me now. Just focus on me. If you read that book, the discussion, encouragement between David and his son Solomon. Look at me now. Look. It is from the mature to the immature. That's the first thing. The senior to the junior. David is speaking from knowledge point. He is aware of what is coming. And Solomon has accepted responsibility, but is not aware of what is ahead of him. Is that okay? So David is preparing Solomon to take over Israel. But taking over Israel requires that you build the temple. So David is preparing Solomon to take over Israel. You have come. Pastor Harrison is seated here. From somewhere else. All of us, Chemase, all of us, we have come. Obviously, Ruth ametoka somewhere, jina yake sitasema leo. You have all come. What do? I take responsibility and I give it in your hands. Trusting that you have capacity to lead. But I'm also aware that those roles will discourage. I'm aware that you are going to face opposition. You are going to face trouble and hardship in those departments. You will. Trusting so. I am aware. I am aware that human beings are not easy to lead. You can't cane them. You can't force them. And I'm aware that your heart will be broken by the people you lead. So David is preparing Solomon for what is coming ahead. Let me prepare you in case you have not been broken hearted so far. Kama bado hujavunjwa moyo, let me prepare you, it is coming. But you must be strong. It is coming. You must be strong. Leadership requires somebody who is strong. Strong means not giving up. Strong means you are not giving up. We are going and we are going. And let me tell you, Imara is going to be one of the most powerful altars in Kenya. You must be part of that. You must contribute into the growth of Imara altar. You have to. You cannot be weak. Because you are going to face, the more they come, the more the trouble. You don't remember the case of the book of Acts chapter 6. The Bible says, when human added in church, trouble entered. They began to complain. The book of Acts, they began to complain. I think chapter 7, 6. They began to complain. They're saying, oh, widows wait to Angaliwi, widows wait. They began to complain. Problem began until Peter and the rest, sasa tutawacha kuhubiri neno ili tuende kugawa chakula. What is this? Ndio wakaanza kuchagua watu wa kwenda kusaidia mama. Complaint began. The bigger the church, the troublesome it will be. You must be strong. Because if you go down, you destroy the church. And you cannot. The book of 2 Chronicles 2, chapter 2, verse 5, verse 6, and verse 12, in that order. 2 Chronicles 2, verse 5, verse 6, then verse 12, in that order.
5 says, the temple I am going to build will be great, because our God is greater than all other gods. But who is able to build a temple for him?
Who is it that can be trusted by responsibility in the church?
Since the heavens, even the highest heavens, cannot contain him.
The Lord, yes.
Who then am I to build the temple for him? Except as a place to burn sacrifices before him.
Yes.
12. And Hiram added, praise the Lord, the God of Israel.
So Hiram is speaking. Continue.
Who made the heavens and earth?
Because
he has given King David a wise son.
He has given Bishop Magati a wise who? A wise pastor.
Endowed with him with intelligence
and discernment,
who will build a temple for the Lord and a place for himself.
The intelligence and discernment of Solomon was only seen in his service to the Lord. That is where the Lord revealed his intelligence to the Lord. So I am encouraging you, serve the Lord. You have come. There is no one else better. Serve the Lord. You can't be discouraged in this journey. No, not at all. 1 Chronicles 22:11.
It says, now, my son,
the
Lord be with you.
May the Lord be with you.
And may you have success and build the house of the Lord your
May
God.
you be successful and build the house of the Lord your God.
As he said you would.
You would. That is it. You want to read more?
May the Lord give you discretion and understanding when he puts you in command over Israel.
Those are very sweet words, right?
So that you may keep the law of the Lord your God.
He's saying that when the Lord keeps you in command, any post, two things are required: discretion and understanding. When the Lord puts you in command on any department, discretion and understanding. Two things. Discretion is a power of a judge,
official or an individual, to make decisions based on their own judgment rather than strict rules.
Meaning ability to understand that even though saa mbili imefika na watu wanafaa kuingia saa mbili na mtu amekuja saa tatu, let me apply my own ability to understand these people. What is your saying? Naona yako kama very powerful. Give him mic. The quality of doing what?
The quality of behaving or speaking in such a way as to avoid causing offense or revealing confidential information.
Ability to do what? Meaning, my son, you must have abilities, isn't it? Meaning, if you're writing, you're going to say, a pastor must have ability to do what?
Of behaving or speaking in such a way.
Number one, a pastor must have ability to behave and speak in such a way
to avoid causing offense.
You must avoid causing offense
or revealing confidential information.
That is powerful, right? Because the sheep are going to come with their personal and very confidential matters. Pastor Edwin, Cindy, Pastor Edwin, they are going to come, Cindy, with their very personal issues, and those are very confidential matters, right? Because sometimes they call in their house and you are going to sit with their wives and children, and they are going to watararwana mbele yako hapo, watafunguka hapo, watasema mambo mengi, and you've heard, you cannot speak out, right? Yeah, you must be such a leader. Discretion requires that you cannot reveal people's secrets. Sometimes someone is going to come tell you, no, they come and tell you their health issues. They even come and reveal their health issues, very personal to them. Right now, by law, if you reveal, you are locked in, right? But then, you don't need the law. You need the Bible. It's saying you must be a pastor of discretion. Ability to behave in such a way or speak in such a way that you are able to control the things that the sheep brings to you. Is that right? If we do that, we will not build Imara. Should I build? So now, let us look at the Tower of Babel. We're doing well. One more to go. The Tower of Babel. The book of Genesis chapter 11, verse 1 to verse 11. We want to see what was happening in the Tower of Babel. And we're doing very well. I'm just coming to encourage the pastors. You have come, let us be encouraged. We are moving together. Sindio? So the devil will not bring discouragements here, you know. Not at all. He cannot win. He has no place. Genesis 11 verse 1, please. To 11.
Now the whole world had one language.
The whole church had one language.
And a common speech.
And a common speech.
As men moved eastwards.
As they moved eastward.
They found a plain in Shinar. And settled there.
They settled in Shinar.
They say to each other.
They say to each other.
Come, let's make bricks and bake them.
Let us make bricks and bake them thoroughly.
They used bricks instead of stones. And tar for mortar.
Yes.
Then they said. Come, let us build ourselves a city.
Let us build ourselves a city.
With a tower that reaches to the heavens.
A tower reaches to the heavens.
So that we may make a name for ourselves and not be scattered over the face of the whole earth. But the Lord came down to see the city and
He normally comes, right? He normally comes. That is the beauty of our God. He normally does what? He normally comes. Yes.
But the Lord came down to see the city and the tower that the men were building.
Yes.
The Lord said, if as one people speaking the same language, they have begun to do this, then nothing they plan to do will be impossible for them. Come, let us go down and confuse their language, so they will not understand each other. So the Lord scattered them from there over all the earth, and they stopped building the city. That is why it was called Babel, because there the Lord confused the languages of the earth.
So Babel means confusion, right? So what do we need to avoid in the pastor's council? What? Confusion. But now listen. In raising the Tower of Babel, the intention was already wrong. That one you can see from there. But I'm going to speak many things. Let me just go step by step. Number one, they wanted to give names to themselves. They wanted to own it up and make it their own project and for their own glory, right? So it is, we now you know the opposite of that. We are aware that if you are being a pastor, you want to serve the Lord very well, avoid that line. Do not serve for your own personal glory. Do not serve the Lord to be clapped for or to be loved by people. Do not do it for, you know, praises, right? Because they were now building for their own glory. That one we know now. Sindio. So in serving, they were doing those things. Sindio. But what are the next things they were doing? Number two is saying, they had personal interests. That is one. Number two. Number three, it was moved by worldly agenda. That's number three. Number four, there was no reverence of God. And then they wanted a way that could take them to heaven without Christ. But then, that is not what I want to focus on. I want to focus on what they did in Shinar that caused them to build that tower very fast. Even though they held worldly agenda and self-glorification and personal interest and all these things, no reverence for God, the following stands out of the people of Shinar. Number one, when there was proper communication and understanding. So we must build a church where there is proper communication and understanding among the leaders. When there was proper communication and understanding among them, their agenda is wrong. The intention is wrong. But when there was proper communication, the tower rose, the building continued, they succeeded. What does it mean? Every department can succeed. You need two things: proper communication and understanding. Two things. He's saying when communication is running well amongst you there, and communication is not only calling and telling people along everything, communicate well, and he said proper understanding. The construction went very high, the tower rose very well, and they worked soberly. They were united, right? They were united. Communication unites. In the council, we want a stable, strong communication. As a pastor, you must be able to communicate clearly. A pastor must have ability to teach. That one we know now. Must have ability to teach. And we have divided teaching into two. We have said you must teach using your life. And number two, teach from the Bible. Meaning, people must look at you and learn. Listen now. Isaiah 28:16. I am closing up. Isaiah 28:16.
So, this is what the sovereign Lord says.
Yes.
See, I lay a stone in Zion.
I lay a stone in Zion.
A tested stone.
A tested stone.
A precious cornerstone.
Precious cornerstone.
For a sure foundation.
Thank you very much. Look at me now. He needs a strong foundation for that building. He's saying you must get a stable foundation in the church of pastors. Because they are the foundation of the church. Stable foundation. Build it amongst them. They are the strength of the church. The pastors are the foundation of the church. He's saying, see, I have laid a stone in Zion. And number one, he's saying that stone has been tested. Tested, meaning you will be tested. You will be tried. Your durability must be tried. Your durability must be put to test. Your humility level must be put to test. Your submission must be put to test. I have laid a stone, and that stone has passed the test. It is precious cornerstone. It has passed the test. And then you hear him saying, for sure foundation. For sure foundation means for reliable foundation. Meaning a leader must be reliable. Reliability of a leader. Reliable. You know what reliable means? Reliable means even tomorrow you are still available. Yeah. Even when it is hard, you are still available. But you know what I have heard from you people as I am serving here? I have heard your responses. I have received your responses as I'm serving here. Which response I have received? If I rebuke, they go home. They don't return. That is a response to me. He's saying, if I rebuke, they are going to have a meeting somewhere and discuss a lot of things. Saying, me, I feel like not going back to that church. I want to join another altar. Sure foundation means reliable leader. The church can depend on you. You will remain in a shaking. You will remain. During shake-ups, you are going to remain. You will remain. Remember, foundations are tested by storms. Foundation are tested by earthquakes, right? Yeah. the durability of the materials that were used as they were laying that foundation, are tested by the shakings of the earthquakes. And what shakes the foundation? Beloved people, as a leader, will you still remain when the going gets rough? Because you need shock absorber that is able to absorb your shock. You need it to lead. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Pastors must have it, because you sit in the kitchen, and in the kitchen there is a lot of fire and a lot of moshi. You need it. He's saying, I have laid a stone in Zion for foundation of the church. That stone is reliable. Why? It has been tested and proven ready for use, able to be trusted. I am talking to the pastors today. Must build ability to stand in the storm. Or else I'm telling you, the rough is going, the going is going to get rough ahead. Terrain is changing. We are going to get in rough roads, which will require that you have strong tires and strong shock absorbers. We are going to tighten the belt and demand for perfection. And when we begin demanding perfection, it will be tight for you. It will be rough. First Kings 7 verse 9.
All these structures, from the outside to the great courtyard and from the foundation to the eaves, were made of blocks of high-grade stone.
They were made of blocks of what?
High-grade stone.
High-grade stones. If I were you, I wrote that one. High-grade stones. Continue.
Cut to size and trimmed with a saw on their inner and outer faces.
Cut to size and then trimmed, and then inner and meaning trimmed. Trimmed. We just take it literally. Trimmed. Trimming. Meaning stones must accept to be trimmed, right? And trimming, what is it? Correction. You get trimmed by being corrected. Is that all right? That's how you get trimmed. Do you know that there is a sheep, there is a type of a sheep that doesn't want to be sheared? And then the wool becomes too big and close to the eye. And the wool becomes so heavy and then they can't rise. And then an animal comes and eats them down there. Yeah, because the wool is too heavy for them. He's saying they laid a foundation with high-grade stones. So if you are to talk about high-grade stone in leaders, it means people of high standards, right? Raised well, well built. What does it say in the book of 1 Kings chapter 5 verse 17 and 19 and 18? Pastor Maxwell, you need these things for your leadership, or else I will be correcting you now. Utaanza kuwa na tatizo because you did not hear this teaching.
At the king's command,
they
removed from the quarry large blocks of quality stones to provide a foundation of.
If you are writing, what do you want to write? Large blocks. The word is what? Large and quality. He's saying at the king's command, they removed from the quarry large stones of high quality. Continue. Pastor Brian.
To provide a foundation of dressed stones for the temple.
Verse 18.
The craftsmen of Solomon and Hiram and the men of Gebal cut and prepared the timber and stone for the building of the temple.
Thank you. Thank you. So now look at me now. What did you write in that scripture? How many things? How many things? How many things did you write from that scripture? You didn't write anything. We said number one, large. Number two, of high quality, high grade, right? So what does it mean if you are a preacher? Wewe ndio unahubiri na mimi ndo nimekaa chini, and you want to define large, what will you say? Availability. That's powerful, but I'm talking about large. Large, to me, I think you must have a large heart also. Accommodative, eh? I'm saying availability, accommodative, a bigger heart. Large, what does it mean? What does large means? What does it mean? He's saying when he was laying the foundation, he laid on the ground large stones. So when we are now coming to you as pastors, who are these large stones? These are the pastors. So when you are building the church, he's saying put large stones down first, then build on them, on it. Put large stones on the ground, lay large ones on the ground, lay large stones on the ground, because they will be shaking. The church is coming, people are coming from all over. They will depend on these large stones fully, large, of high quality. Those are the pastors. The structures were made of blocks of high grade cut stones, and we said smoothened inner and outer faces. Then we have said that means that correction, there have been the correction has smoothened them. They are ready now for service. And we have said the foundation was laid with large stones of good quality, and so we are looking for good quality of pastors, right? Thank you. Matthew chapter number 24, verse 42 and verse 44 to verse 44.
Verse 40.
21 verse 42 to 44.
Verse 42 says, Jesus said to them, have you never read in the scriptures?
Yes.
The stone the builders rejected has become the cornerstone, and the Lord has done this, and it is marvelous in our eyes. 43. Therefore I tell you that the kingdom of God will be taken away from you and given to the people who will produce its fruits. He who falls on this stone will be broken to pieces, but he on whom it falls will be crushed.
Bwana asifiwe wapendwa. So he's saying the builders at one point rejected it. So that rejection is what made it of high quality and grade, high grade. And then 1 Peter chapter 2 verse 4, those things you know, all of them. I see a lay stone in Zion. He's saying is a he stone, and then it brings life. The stone was rejected by human beings, and then he's saying when it's approached as well, like that, and then like that. And then when you look at Ezra chapter number 3, verse 3 to verse 12, he's talking about the firmness of the foundation. That though the house was burnt down by fire, the foundation remained. Though the house of Israel, Jerusalem, was burnt down by fire, foundation remained. It did not shake. It did not shake. So that means unshakability of the pastors. That the happenings in church cannot shake a pastor. Should not. Should not. Should not. Should not. What is Psalms 89 verse 14 saying? I'm closing.
Verse 14. Righteousness and justice are the foundation of your throne.
Thank you. Righteousness and justice should be the foundation of your leadership. Righteousness and justice. Number 2, Proverbs chapter number 3 verse 19. Proverbs 3:19, please.
Says, by wisdom the Lord laid the earth's foundations, by understanding he set the heavens in place.
So that one now we know that a leader must have wisdom and understanding. That one we have said forever. So why then were they avoiding these tools, he said, avoidance of the tools, so we said that secrecy, privacy, and quietness is required as a leader, right? Now we are aware of that. Now we know that the avoidance of tools, noise, and everything was because he was looking for a leader who can keep secrets, a leader who serves the Lord very much in private, and also a quiet leader who will not make noise as they serve the Lord. And then I give you Isaiah 32 verse 17. I am about to close it now. Isaiah 32. Hey, you saw that now? You saw that, right? Because when I stood and corrected the pastors in that meeting, they never returned to church. Then you know the grade you are raising. Then you understand, hey, the grade is not strong. So you have to put more efforts. Isaiah 32:17.
The fruit of the of righteousness will be peace. The effect of righteousness will be quietness and confidence forever.
Peace, quietness, and confidence. In meaning, can your leader have confidence in you? Can your leader have confidence in you? Confidence means ability. Can you keep secrets of the council? Or you are going to share the things that we are talking about with your people? Or the secrets of the sheep with the people that you live with in the house? So I'm just running away from them now. Proverbs 17 verse 1, because of time.
Better a dry crust with peace and quiet than a house full of feasting.
What is Isaiah 30:15 saying?
This is what the sovereign Lord, the Holy One of Israel says.
Yes.
In repentance and rest is your salvation. In quietness and trust is your strength.
In quietness and trust is your strength. So let me close with this, because of time. I'm now, I think I need to put it to an end. I still have a lot, but let me close it with this. The loss of confidence if you're writing. You put it loss of confidence. Loss of confidence. Then you underline. I am closing down now. Pole pole. Then I will end up with some instructions to you as I receive your files for this month. So now, loss of confidence. The book of Isaiah 32 verse 17.
The fruit of righteousness will be peace.
The fruit of oh yes, peace.
The fruit of righteousness will be peace.
Yes.
The effect of righteousness will be quietness and confidence forever.
And then
my people will live in a peaceful dwelling places, in secure homes, in undisturbed places of rest.
That is confidence, right? The Lord have confidence in them. So it means that when you are a leader, you build confidence in the people that you lead. They trust you. When they lose that trust, when they lose it, you cannot get it again. Trust is built. I understand that though many people are coming to Imara, I will love to build trust in them. Pole pole. They will trust me pole pole based on how I'm serving them. They will not just run to me because I'm the pastor, because I'm preaching here. No. They will have to build pole pole kuni trust until they can now come with issues to me. In the same way, the sheep will have to trust you, and it takes time. Hata wewe mambo yako ya family huwezi peleka anywhere. It takes time to build trust. So he's saying the worst thing is to lose trust with the people you lead. When people you lead don't trust you anymore, that is a very bad place to be as a pastor. Because what's going to take place? They are going to look for help somewhere else. They don't trust you for direction. We have to build it. Is that right, beloved people? What is 2 Kings 5 verse 8 saying? We are closing in the next one now. What is 2 Kings? I believe basi imeenda sasa. Haiwezi kuwa sahihi hapa. That's bado. So that guy is not coming back. Huh? Ashiki simu. Kondoo waende nyumbani. Kwani wao wanafikia wengine wanaendanga aje? Wengine wanaendanga nyumbani, waende nyumbani. Wanangoja basi gani? Hakuna basi. Wanaenda nyumbani, watafute mbinu ya kwenda nyumbani. Kama basi hakuna waende nyumbani. Asingoje 2 Kings chapter 5 verse 8. Because now sasa tutatoa basi wapi? Na hakuna. Ama wajiunge pamoja waende na basi moja. Who was reading?
When Elisha, the man of God, heard that the king of Israel had torn his robes,
Yes.
he sent him this message.
Yes.
Why have you torn your robes?
Why have you destroyed the robe?
Have the man come to me,
Have the man.
and he will know that
There is
a
God
prophet
in Israel.
the land.
Yes. Yes.
So Naaman went with his horses and chariots and stopped at the door of Elisha's house.
Yes.
Elisha sent a messenger to say to him,
Can you rush back upate bali kuna Gehazi? Because that's where I'm looking for. Gehazi. Even you kwa screen, Gehazi you can find easily. You can just search Gehazi. You'll find him.
Gehazi, the servant of Elisha, that is verse 20. The man of God said to himself,
Yes.
my master was too easy on Naaman.
My master, mkubwa wangu jana naacha maana pesa hivyo kabisa achukue hata kitu. It's too easy on this guy.
This Aramean, by not accepting from him what he brought,
Yes.
as surely as the Lord lives, I will run after him and get something
Nata
from him.
hapa.
So Gehazi hurried after Naaman.
And he went, and what did he say to Naaman?
Everything is all right. That is verse 22. Gehazi answered,
Yes.
my master sent me to say.
My master has sent me. My master has done what? And was he sent? Continue.
2 young men from the company of the prophets have just come to me from the hill country of Ephraim. Please give them a talent of silver and 2 sets of clothing. By all means, take 2 talents, said Naaman.
Can you jump to where Gehazi has now gone back to Elisha? Gehazi, we are finishing. You are going very slow.
24.
Yes.
When Gehazi came to the hill, he took the things from the servants and put them away in the house.
When he went in and stood before his master Elisha asked him, where have you been? Okay, mwaisikia hiyo simu, hiyo phone call. Unapigwa unalizwa aje? Normally in the ministry, I don't know why inakuanga hivyo. Unapigwa, praise the Lord, uko wapi? Normal. And then it exposes you because unaanza kusema mahali ya uko. He says, when he went and stood before his master, as nothing has happened. He went back to serve Elisha as if he had not stolen anything. He went back to serve the Lord as nothing had happened. He said, Elisha asked him, where have you been, Gehazi? Your servant did not go where? Anywhere. I was just around hapa nafanya tu kazi karibu na nyumba hapa. Alafu nasema Gehazi answered. Verse 26 he said, but Elisha said, was not my spirit with you when the man got down from his chariot to meet you? Is this the time to take money or to accept clothes? Or olive groves and vineyards and flocks and herds and males and female slaves? Verse 27. He's saying, Naaman leprosy will never ever from today get out of your house. Why? He lost trust. He lost it. He was given time to serve, given a docket to serve, but then did not serve to the satisfaction of the leader. Lost trust. Gehazi lost confidence and trust from his master. And I'm saying this to you with a lot of love. The last thing you want to do is to lose it. Look, can I say it kidogo tu? Mtakubali niseme? Wapendwa, usikubali kuwa kwa kanisa yenye hata ukienda kuna mtu anakuuliza uko wapi. Please. Na wakati unasumbuliwa, umewahi kuwa kwa kanisa yenye ukitaka ruhusa inakuwa shida. Unataka tu ruhusa, unataka tu kwenda nyumbani kusalimia mama na inageuka inakuwa huwezi enda, usiniletee, I will chase you out of this church. Stop that thing. Your presence is important to the church. But if unaenda nyumbani na umeenda sawa, Bwana kubariki, something has happened, because meaning there is a replacement already. Because if the church depends on you, they cling on you. Gehazi lost trust with his master Elisha. And then instead of Elisha praying to him to help him because he's a very important servant, Elisha actually confirmed that that thing will never leave him. So he is serving, meaning Elisha could not trust him anymore. Trust ended. First Kings 19 to 20. I'm rushing with you today very well. First Kings 19 to 20. And I had promised that we are going to finish late, so there's no worry. He's saying, so Elijah, yes, First King 19 to 21. He's saying, so Elijah went from there and found Elisha, son of Shaphat. He was plowing with 12 yokes of oxen, and he himself was driving the 12th pair. Elijah went up to him and threw his cloak around him. The calling, right? The calling. Accept it as it comes. Look, when I was called as a pastor, my calling started where? An usher. That's where I started. I accepted it. Today, this is where I am. And I still believe there must be another place up there. Bado imebaki. Nataka hiyo hapo imebaki hiyo. Hiyo imebaki nataka. Taipata siku moja. Hata kama taipata mbinguni. Just accept it. Elisha is starting as Elijah's servant, but ended up as the prophet of God, right? He's saying, Elisha left his, no. Elisha then left his oxen and ran after who? Yeah, submission. When he was called, he did what? He submitted. I urge you, just submit. You will grow. You will go far. It is not about me or Imara. The Lord is seeing your submission. He's going to elevate you and work with you very thoroughly and mightily. Just submit. Just submit. Look at what he's saying. Let me kiss my father and my mother goodbye, he said, and then I will come back and come with you. Then Elijah, what did Elijah say? You go where? Go back. Elijah replied, what have I done? What? What have I done to you? The calling caused him to abandon everything and everybody. The calling. But nowadays we don't want to abandon. No abandoning at all. He's saying this is now a good leader. And later you see that Elisha did not lose confidence of his master because of his submission. Opendwa, we have a large number of priests who never submit these days, and especially right now. The altars are crying all over. They're saying wachungaji kazi yao ni ngumu mbaya. Wachungaji are migrating kama wild beast. Be migrating like that. Elisha, when he received the calling, he told Elijah, this calling is so important. The first thing I want to do, I want to go and bid my parents bye, because I will be required full time. My nganga, we are awake now. We are awake, all of us. I'll be required full time. I will need to serve. Wapendwa, can I rely on you and Imara rely on? He's saying Elisha was now a reliable servant. Reliable servant. And all of us, even you kwa department yako, you need reliable people under you. People ambao utapata wako hata kama imeenda. Then he's saying, what have I done to you? Go to the next thing. So Elisha left him and went back. He took his yoke of oxen, slaughtered them. He burnt the plowing equipment to cook the meat and gave it to the people, and they ate proper, and that guy left. Alienda akapata ng'ombe wake wote akawachinja akacook. I don't know how many were they. Aaron was the only priest. The rest were called to assist him. So do you know your calling? Huh? Is to do what? To assist me. listen. Akasema, whoever comes to him will be put to death. Then he's saying, as he is sacrificing, nobody should come near him. So that he say that bring your brothers, the Levites, to assist you as you serve. So who serves? So Bwana asifiwe, assistant. Samia jirani ambaye wewe acha hiyo siasa wewe. Siasa gani hii unaleta? Hallelujah. Normally ukisubmit fully, people will say umekaliwa. Even in the house, even kwa nyumba. Anasema mimi bwana mzee hawezi nikalia hivyo, hawezi, ananichezea nani? Nani? Siwezi. Now even in the church, let me tell you, the pastors that are fully submissive, they grow. Pendwa, submit. You just do what? God will lift you if you do what? If you humble. He said, humble yourself, then God has another job. His job is to do what? To lift you up. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. So now, Elisha submitted. Elisha submitted to Elijah so much, very much. And he's saying, Elisha gave them food and he went and he followed. He followed like a servant. Meaning, Elisha did not go to serve God. Elisha went to serve who? Elijah. I am saying, learn to submit as a pastor and you will grow in your life. Lakini if you are tough-headed, you will be in trouble. Oi. So he's saying so. So he's saying so. He left and he served. He left and he served. Can you give me the book of Matthew chapter number 14 verse 28 to 29? Write it down as he's looking for it. The team they're looking for it. But look at me now as after writing it down. Do you know that Elisha followed Elijah submissively until Elijah had to chase him away. Go. The chariot of fire is coming. Go. I can't go with you. Then he said, I'm going nowhere. I'm going nowhere. Go. The chariots of fire are coming. Don't go with me. Say, I'm going. But people discouraging Elisha. Kwani unaenda na yeye wapi? Kwani wewe hujui anachukuliwa leo? Huyu anaenda. Anasema, I know but don't speak about it. Why do you follow? Why must you be there? You say, don't follow him. He said, no. And then Elijah turns and says, why are you following me? Go back. Today I'm going to heaven. The Lord is taking me. You go back. And he said, my master, I am not leaving you. I will not. He was an obedient, submissive pastor, leader, whoever it is. He was very submissive. Look. Then when he had followed Elijah up to the other side, remember the clock? Remember the clock, remember? Then they crossed Jordan, right? Remember the last time they crossed Jordan, it was with the ark, right? And the water split it. But this now, like this. Then they are on the other side. Now they are out of Israel. Remember, the territory of Israel begins from Jordan to the other side. Now the other side. So they are now out of Israel. Simple. Look at this now. Look at this. Then the Bible said, look. The Bible said, Elijah asks him, what can I do to you? What can I give you? He said, I want to inherit your power. Actually, I want double. Najua wewe unafanya very powerful jobs, but I want to do your powerful jobs times 2. Though no, he did not. He did not get though. But now listen. I want your power. I have now learned one thing. If you are a well submissive leader, there is a benefit, spiritual benefits that the Lord brings with that. It normally happens. But look at this. Elijah gives him now a tough condition. You must see when I've been taken away. You must see. Then as they were walking, the Bible says, a wild wind like this, and then separated the two of them, and then he went to capture, say, my master, submissive to the last minute. Submissive to the last minute. My master. And then he went, and then the Bible says, and then the clock fell down, and then he picked the clock. And he did not know that he inherited power. And he went to the clock like that. And then he said, where is the God of Elijah? Pop. And then the river, wow. And he said, now it has come. And then they were laughing at him. Then they were devoured. He had inherited because he was a submissive servant. Are you understanding anything? Munapenda hiyo submission. Please, submission will not come from your tongue. Submission comes by you. You know, I don't have corrected the overseer. Submission comes by attending the meetings. You have to attend. If you're not going to attend, you must say, I will not attend. Permit me. But if you don't say, inasemekana ume, ignore. Matthew 14 verse 28. I am closing in a very few minutes. Saying, Lord, if it is you, Peter replied, tell me to come to you on the water. Ndani ni kubaya. Leadership imewaka. Ndani ya boat kuna mambo. The shaking is going on. Peter want to leave the boat. Peter want to leave. He's saying, come, he said. Peter got down out of the boat, walked on the water, and came toward Jesus. And then he's saying, verse 30, he's saying, but when he saw the wind, because as a leader, when you agree to come close to leadership, you will see what? You will see wind. This word is not said on the rest who remained in the boat. This word is only said to Peter. When Jesus called him, when he said, you want to come? Okay, come, boss. When he went just like this, and the Bible says he was walking, but when he saw the wind, he saw the wind. The wind will come, must come, to shake and test. And he's saying, he began to be afraid and sank and cried, Lord, save me. And the Lord saved him. But look at me. What I meant is this. Beloved people, stay with the rest. Even when it is tough, don't jump out. Stay with the rest. Stay with the rest. We are not complete without you. You become part of us. We are not complete. If you jump out of the boat, it's not good for leadership. A leader that jumps out is not reliable. You cannot jump out. You can't. The church depends on you. You can't jump out. You cannot jump out when the church relies on you, waits on you like that. You can't do that. Look at what he's saying. Look at what he's saying. He's saying so. So what does it mean? In other words, I'm saying, if you're writing, please, a leader never quits. You cannot quit. I saw you doing it there. A leader never does what? And that person knows. I talked to no one. I was talking alone. The going get rough sometimes. Now that person knows why I did not answer her letter. Yeah. Because the going was getting rough. Rough, the water. And then I think she saw the wind. She saw the wind, I can't take a letter. That's awful. I think I need to step aside. There is no stepping aside in the calling of God. You cannot. What was Peter doing? He was quitting. Peter was quitting because inside the boat is rough. They are about to drown. But then he went towards Jesus and then he saw the wind. I think according to him, he thought that where Jesus is, there is no what? There is no storm where Jesus is. But then Jesus was using those storms to prove himself to be Jesus. He was walking on the same storm that threatened Peter, right? But now look at this. He saw the wind and he sank. He saw the wind. Don't quit. You cannot quit. No quitting in this calling. Matthew 9, I'm closing now. I'm not closing your kweli kabisa. 9:27 to 34. Only 7 verses, Germany. Matthew chapter 9, verse 27 to 34. Very fast, please. The people what were in Nepal is saying, as Jesus went on from there, 2 blind men followed him, calling out, have mercy on us, son of David. Hey, what am I reading? Continue. Yes, I'm okay. When he had gone indoors, the blind men came to him and he asked them, do you believe that I am able to do this? Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Even for them to be healed, they had to believe first. And this was very categorical. He says that, do you believe that I am able to lead you? Do you know that at one point Jesus asked, who do people say I am? Because it is important to know how the sheep sees you. It is good to know how the sheep takes your instructions. And I'm asking today, do you believe that I can do this? We believed you could do it. That's why you're given responsibility. We believed you could do it. You are able to do it. We believe. Then they answer, Lord, yes, Lord, we believe. I said last Sunday, get the right pastor. Get the right pastor. The one you can trust. Then you will go to heaven. Then he said, very fast, because I'm going 32. Then he touched their eyes and said, according to your faith, let it be done. It depends on how you have taken your responsibility. According to what? According to your faith. A leader must have faith. Now look. You are writing, I can see. Daktari. Now look at me. Look. Listen. You are a leader, you cannot be negative. You must have faith. You can't be the one discouraging the sheep. Hayu kitu ni ngumu. Hapo ni ngumu. Hapo naye ni ngumu. Hata kama askofu alikuwa anasema, hata nyinyi mnaona kitu ni ngumu. Jamani tukubali tu. Unajua kuna reality, kuna theory. No. He's saying, do you believe? They say, yes, Lord, we believe. Say, according to what? To your faith. That is why I keep saying, Imara will be big. I believe. I have faith that this church, you wait and see. Hii kanisa, wacha tufike mwezi wa 6, hatutatosha hapa. Itakuwa packed paka hii pulu itakuwa kubwa. Tutakuwa weka zingine paka huku juu, paka nje huko, paka nje huko. Imara is going to grow. But will you be there to witness? Will you? Okay, then I trust you. You must speak things to your department. You have to have faith in your church. You must have faith in it. So look, in their side, Jesus did what? Warned them, and he said, see that no one does what? Quiet. He told them, mmepona, and then nyumbani, quiet. See that nobody knows. Because Jesus is telling them, leadership requires a quiet person. A quiet one. I. But they still spread. So the ministry of Christ was very great, was very powerful. He healed the sick, resurrected the dead, and all these miracles, he still told them not to share because he wanted a quiet service. I'm telling you, learn to serve God quietly. With oppositions in the ministry, in leadership. Oppositions within leadership. Number 16 verse 19, please give it to me. Beloved, this is how we're going to raise the church. Korah had gathered all his followers in opposition to them. At the entrance to the tent of meeting, the glory of God appeared at the entrance of the temple. Korah went and found all pastors, and he gathered them this side. Then Moses and Aaron stood alone, 2 people this side. He was able to convince the entire pastors' council to turn against Moses and Aaron. Inaitwa Korah's rebellion. Listen, if you read this thing very carefully, wanaitwanga nani? Korah, Abiram, and Dathan. Hapana. wanaitwa Korah, Abiram, Dathan and On. Somebody called On, O-N. If you can follow, you will find it there. There were 4. Before I go far, just focus on me. I'm finishing for real. And we're going to drink soda together. Don't worry. It's going to be very powerful here. But now look at this now. At the end of the day, when Korah, Abiram, and Dathan are swallowed, On is not mentioned. And yet On was part of rebellion. So who is more dangerous? Who is more dangerous? On is still remaining, and you don't know where he is. You don't know who is On. On may be your neighbor. Pastor Doreen is checking his neighbor to the left or to the right. Who is On? On is dangerous. On, he's saying, okay, let me see. He said, so Korah gathered, and you know Korah was among them. Korah, Abiram, and Dathan. Abiram and Dathan were not Levites, but Korah was a Levite. Levites have capacity to gather people. So Korah gathered people in rebellion. In rebellion. And he's saying, the Lord said to Moses and Aaron, separate yourself from this assembly so I can put an end to them at once. And then he's saying, but Moses and Aaron did what? That is now a leader. Moses and Aaron fell face down and cried out, oh God, the God who gives breath to all living things, will you be angry with the entire assembly when only one man does what? Sins. They plead for mercy all along. A good leader doesn't set others up. You fight for their restoration. You fight for their love. You fight for it. That's a good leader. You don't set each other up. No, not at all. You look for their good. The Lord said to Moses, say to the assembly, move away from the tents of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram. These people, it says, okay, that's right. Moses got up and went to Dathan and Abiram and the elders of Israel. You know what has happened? Moses has excluded Korah. He went to who? Moses got up and went to Dathan and Abiram. Korah is excluded. Because Korah has knowledge. Korah is a priest, should know. Meaning, a rebellion that finds the sheep and the shepherd will be punished. Because the shepherd should be the leader. Korah is excluded. Ayuku kwa hii kitu. Moses akawambia Israel, say, he wants this assembly, move back from the tents of these wicked men. Do not touch anything belonging to them, or you will be swept away because of their sin. Continue. He's saying, so they moved away from the tents of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram. Dathan and Abiram had come out and were standing with who? So their sins destroyed their families. And I warn people forever, do not allow rebellion against your leaders in your house, under your roof. You are cursing your children. Don't allow it. Usikuruhusu kwa nyumba yako wanasengenya wachungaji ndani ya nyumba yako. You are destroying that house. Don't allow. Piga sana, sema hapana, we cannot discuss the servants of God here. The Bible said do not touch. Don't touch.